Hello, hello to all of you out there watching my virtual presentation. Thank you for being here. I know this year has been crazy. The circumstances have been wild, yet here we are on CSA Day making it work. Without further ado, my name is Kimberly Schuh, and I am a senior majoring in exercise and sports science while also receiving a K-12 licensure to teach elementary physical education. A little bit about me. I have always had a love for movement and health and wellness, but that did not initially click when I came to Meredith. I switched my major a couple times, did some loop-de-loops throughout different departments, and eventually landed where I was supposed to, here at the ESS department teaching PE. After finding myself throughout all those years, I thought I had found the research that I wanted to pursue when it came time to begin my honors thesis. However, as many of us know, COVID came into town and changed everybody's plans, including mine. I totally had to scratch my original idea and pursue a new topic that followed Meredith community guidelines and standards. But now I can honestly say that I'm glad this happened because this new topic of mine is so near and dear to my heart. So, how did I find my new topic? As I mentioned before, I've always had a love for movement, for health and wellness, but I've also had positive experiences in PE as a student moving throughout the education system. Um, but I did have friends and peers whose experiences were not similar to mine. I had friends who had negative experiences and altogether negative attitudes towards being active. So, having these experiences as well, I was aware that these barriers existed. And now, as a future educator, I feel that it is important for me to know what these are and how they will affect my students before I become an educator of young minds myself. Now, having provided some background information about myself and my research, let's dive into some discussion about why PE is even important for students to have growing up. As we all may be aware of, the childhood obesity epidemic continues to embed itself in American culture, having tripled over the past 4 decades. The CDC recommends that children ages 6 to 17 should be performing 60 minutes or more of moderate to vigorous physical activity each day. So, where are these children supposed to learn how to incorporate age appropriate activities into their everyday exercise? If you see where I'm going here, they learn these in PE. Quality physical education programs are essential towards educating our students about how to integrate these activities into their everyday lives. But it is here within these programs where barriers arise that prevent students from having positive experiences. Taking a look in the findings section on my poster presentation, I chose to dive deep into 5 different barriers. These barriers are the perception of competence or skill ability, student perceptions of body image and social norms, also known as social belonging, the influence of friends and family, the influence of teachers, coaches, and the influence of the environment in which students are learning within. Throughout my research process, I came to the conclusion that each of these 5 barriers prohibit students from having positive experiences in their own specific way. Students may find themselves comparing their skill abilities to one another, or maybe they find themselves not learning well in one environment compared to another. Each student's experiences are independent from one another, demonstrating information that we already know, which is that all students are different. Having completed this literature review, I have found resources and tools that I can use to educate myself with strategies and techniques that are needed to promote student learning in a successful and positive environment. Having observed each of these 5 barriers, I've also been able to identify commonalities between them, and it has helped me reflect on my own student teaching experience, as well as prepare me for future positions that I will have as an elementary PE teacher. As I wrap up my presentation, I look forward to seeing more research develop in the future regarding this topic and also created within the discipline of physical education. Lastly, thank you all for being here and attending my virtual CSA Day presentation. And please feel free to reach out with any questions, comments, or guidance that you may have for me as I begin my journey as a first year teacher. Thank you and have a wonderful day.